All right. There we go. All right, so let me know if you see it live on YouTube right now.
Okay, hold on.
Hey, love. All right, y'all see and hear me. Now, let me know if there's any echo because I have a call going on right now while I'm recording. So let me know if that sounds bad because I am going to go ahead and do this edit to show Quantavious how to go back and change this. And this is good too because some people were asking me, well, what if I'm doing the longer stoles? And I'm going to change this artboard. Okay, so right now it is only 34 inches long. I'm going to just pull on it at the top and make it 39 inches. When it's 39 inches, it is plenty of space. Or you can even make it 40 if you just want to be safe, because your 72-inch stole requires 35 inches or 36 inches plus. I always give it a couple of inches extra for the back of the neck area. So let's be safe. Let's do 40. And I'll go ahead and do 44 because that's what I offer on the website, that will print the 13 by 44s for you if you need to. All right, and then I'm just going to go ahead and stretch this other stuff out so that it works. Control T, I'm going to transform it and pull this on up. Let's see, I need my smart color here. There we go. And basically, if I'm only doing a 30-inch stole, I don't need that. So it's 13 by 34. And now this is a 13 by, it could be a 13 by 19, 13 by 34, or it can be the 13 by 40. Oh, no, I did 44. So if you don't need 44 inches, there's no point of, printing all that excess. And then for the 72 inch. 13 by 34 is for the 60 inch. Of course, it could be 13 by 19 if you only want to print a 13 by 19 area on the stole. And then if you want to do the 72 inches, 13 by 44. All right, so that's good there. Let me see if I may have lost. Quantavious, did I lose you, love? Are you still there?
I'm here.
Okay, all right. I didn't know if I had lost you. It got a little quiet there. All right, so can you see on YouTube now? Can you see what I'm doing on the screen?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so I just made it so now this will work for you for a 60-inch stole or a 72-inch stole. And if you don't want to print all the way up those stoles, because the all over sometimes can get a little taxing, you can just turn it down and make it a 13 by 19 and print just the 13 by 19 area of the stole too. So I'm pretty sure you show them the mock-up, they got excited, they want to see it fully printed. So this will be what you print for the fully printed version. Okay.
Okay.
All right, and we're changing out a photo, so we're going to take the photo 4 off. And she's not doing the 13 by 19s, is she only doing the adult size? I mean the I'm sorry, the all over size?
Yes, she's doing all over.
Got you. All right, so I will just work on the mock-up for just the all over. And let's turn off photo number 4. And since we have it selected, when we drag in our new photo, it should jump right on top of the existing one. And I think, yep, I already cut it out on remove BG, so I'm just going to drag and drop it on the screen here. And it does kind of, I figured they probably use gold, so it does kind of bring in a little bit of color too. Now I'm going to turn back on my guides because I do want to see what is potentially going to be cut off. So I'm going to go all the way to the top, turn on my guides, and then that way I can make sure that her face isn't there. If the flag, you know, got under the armpits or got cut off or on the side of the shirt, that's not a big deal. But if you have the face or anything important like words hanging out of this area, it looks bad. Okay, so I think that's good. And then we'll take this little watermarked image here. It's not necessary, but we'll just move it around a little bit so you still see it. And then I'm going to take the watermarked school logo and move it a little bit so you see it a little bit better too on the sleeves. All right, and then you said the main image is what we want to change here. So why don't I just do this? Why don't I change the main image here for photo 2? We'll just bring in this image, and I think I'm going to flip it. And this, I want to make sure there's no words or anything there, because you know when we mirror image stuff and then it comes out backwards. There we go. Here we go. And then I'm going to turn this one off. And because she is already faded off, I'm just going to drag and drop it on the artboard there. And clean that file up for you so it won't be so big of a file. And let's see what it looks like. Okay, yeah. So what we'll do, we'll put the band picture on this side, and then we'll put the flag picture on that side just so that it balances out here on the stole too. And then this way we have a little more space to make this picture bigger. Since you said this was her last position, we can make it a little bit larger than the other picture. All right, there we go. All right, and then the band photo, we'll kind of play with that a little bit, place it behind the other photos. And let me know if that works. So now on the stole you have the flag image, and then you also have the 2021. And let me turn these guys back on for this thing, because I want to make sure nothing's going to get cut off. And that 2021, I'm going to shape it down just a little bit, because it looks like it just may barely get cut off, and I want to make sure you have that on there. Same thing with the flag here. I think we're good there. I'm just going to move her just a little bit to the left. There we go. So we make that completely. And take the watermark logo and make it a little bit bigger, a little more interesting. And you want to put her name. I'm sure you don't want to put first name on the stole. So when I give you this template, it's going to have all 3 of these things on there at once. So it'll have the all over shirt, the stole, and the 13 by 19 template, okay? And let's see. I'll copy the name from here and place it here. Right click on first name, double click, paste that there. Oh, that was a website. Let me copy. I think my shortcuts aren't working. Hold on. Control C. There we go. And then for the first name, I'm going to double click here, paste. There we go. And we are definitely going to squish this a little bit because I like to keep everything. You see this little 13 by 19 box? This lets me know that I'm going to fit on a 13 by 19 area, but it also lets me know, you know, where I'm going to be limited to for printing where it's visible without going over the shoulders. So let's bring that down just a little bit because it's a long name, because it's first and last, so we don't want it to look too stretched out. And then of course my smart color, I can do Control T and stretch that smart color out a little bit. I'm going to unlink it from the name so that I can stretch it out independently. Pull it all the way down to the bottom of that text. There we go. And that's it. So now, Quantavious, I'm going to show you, since we have everything on here that we said we were going to change. Is there anything else you need me to change before I redo the mock-up?
No, if you send them the template for the stove, would her name already be on the stove?
Yep, it's right here, and you can change it. So this is the template. This is exactly what I'm going to send you, and then I'm going to go ahead and enroll you in the 125 class, because the 125 class will show you how to change out all of this stuff, if you need like more in-depth in the future of how to do this. But basically you just print this, or you submit this to me as a print. So I have an option on the website now where you can do the 13 by 44 inch submission. So you would just and we'll do it together right now, and I'll show you how to submit it. Okay. So
I need to go back and do something.
no, if you, I mean, this is what I would suggest. I would suggest that you get the proof from the customer, and if you all ever need to, y'all can also include the customer on like sessions if we do a live session like this. If they need to be a part of the process. Normally they don't, but like for right now, you can't print it until you get her to say yes, it's ready to go. So I'm gonna save it, and if it's ready to go, then you can upload those merged files. They're already going to be JPEGs. You can just upload them. If you need to change anything, let's say she says, oh, well, I don't want her first and last name there, I just want her first name. And if she says just the first name, you can double click on this, edit it, and save it. So if you need that help, just let me know, but definitely get her proof before we print. And the same thing like with the photos and stuff. So remember how she wanted to change one of the photos out? So now if she says, okay, looks great, love the photos, love the placement, let's print. And when they give you that print, go ahead, make sure it's in writing, okay? And that's just me telling you from my personal experience, because people be like, no, on the phone, I remember I told you to do this and that. And if it's in text message or email format and it says print as is, ready to go, then all liability is off of you, and you can feel safe knowing that you're printing the right thing. Especially when you text them a proof and then they text right back and say good to go, that's perfect.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to show you how I'm going to save this is all printable files now. So if everything is ready to go, and even the 13 by 19, see how the 13 by 19, it actually came out really nice with the two photos there. Those automatically designed, while the stole automatically designed, while the big shirt automatically designed. So you'll get a chance to go back and watch that video we did a little bit earlier, and it'll show you how we did all of that with this one template. All right, so I'm going to turn off this one. Since we're going to be printing this, then I'm going to leave the white outline on, and let's run it. So we're going to go to File, Export. I'm going to export the artboard to Files. And then I'm going to tell it to be a JPEG. The quality is 12. I'm doing the artboard content only, and I make sure that export selected artboards is turned off. And then I'm going to let the prefix be here, and it will save it in this folder right where we want it. All right, so let's go ahead and run it. Let's watch it do all the work for us. And that way, Contavious, do you have a 13 by 19 printer?
Yes, I have a 7720.
Okay, good. So if it came down to it, and let's say you know how we get these last minute folks, right? Um,
Mm-hmm.
we get these last minute folks, and you have that 13 by 19 design there. So technically, if anybody else wanted shirts, you can do add-ons and say, hey, I can't do the all overs because it's too late crunch time, but if y'all want to order some 13 by 19 shirts, I already have them designed up, and you use that same thing, that same file to to create that and have it ready to go. Then if you had to
You
do.
would
Hmm?
my father just ordered a shirt like that. I told him I couldn't do the 13 by 19, but I can do the middle. I mean the partial, and she was like, "Yeah, I'll take that one."
And why wouldn't you be able to do the 13 by 19? Is it not your sublimation
Because
center?
I had already submitted my order for 4 all over print
And see, and
shirts.
I just read your mind and knew that you could use that 13 by 19.
You sure did.
So look, let me go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and change the 13 by 19 to put her name on it because remember we have the word first name on there, and I'll show you how quick that is to change out. All right, so let's copy that, and then let's go to the word first name over here. Let's change it out to spell her name. Then that way your 13 by 19 is ready to go. Let's do Control T because of course I have to change that size to get that to fit in there. I'm going to zoom in a little bit, make sure everything fits in here nice and neat. Looks good. Alright, I hit enter to lock in that transformation, and everything looks great right there. So now her name's on there, class of 2021. I probably will take this little logo, make it a little bit bigger since they have such a tall logo. And we did this school for somebody else. We did a live design because I remember this. I remember this logo, and it was a hard thing to do because the graphics was a little crazy, but we made it work. It looks good. All right, so I'm seeing a little nugget at the bottom of this, and that's driving me crazy. So I'm going to find wherever this logo is, double click on it. There is something down here, and of course we can't see it, but there is something down there driving me crazy. So let me go ahead and add a stroke of a really weird color so I can see if it's on my. No, it's not on there. Yeah, it is. It's something. See a little bumpity bump right there? So we're going to get rid of that. Whatever it is, it's pretty invisible, but we're going to clean this up. And in order to delete, we need to rasterize this layer. And let's delete. There we go. That makes me feel better. And then we can take the stroke off. We can clear the layer style. Alright, so now we don't have that little bumpity bump down there. I'm fine with that. And you'll have this ready to print as a 13 by 19 as well. Alright, so we're good to go on that. And again, I'm going to go ahead and export now because I changed that 13 by 19. So I'm going to do Artboard to Files. And go ahead and run that. Alright, so the next step is I'm going to show you how to do the mock-up. So now that we have changed the images for the mock-up, I should probably not have tried to open that while it was running, so we'll see if that interferes. Okay, went back to running the program, so I'm glad I know that works. All right, so this is the mock-up. All we're going to do is go to the smart object for each of the images, and we're going to double click on it. And so now that we have a different all over design, I'm going to drag and drop the new design there. Hit enter to lock in the transformation. Hit yes to update that. So now see how we have the new image updated here. Do the same thing for the 13 by 19. Just double click on it. Drag over our new 13 by 19 design. Let's get rid of the old one. When we hit X, we have to hit yes to save. And then same thing for the stole here. Now the thing about the stole is it shows as a 60-inch stole. So when we bring over our 72-inch image, it's going to be more narrow. So we're going to stretch it out to where the width is the same width. And then we start here from the bottom, because all I didn't do anything extra to the top or to the shoulders. I just gave it some extra, basically some extra color up there. So you do not have to do a separate design file for the 72-inch stole versus the 60-inch stole. It's the same design file. All right, so that looks good there. Let's go ahead and update that. There we go. And now you have a brand new mock-up. We'll do save as our JPEG. And just let it save over the last one. And then I'm giving you this mock-up file too. So you are gonna, you know, be good to go and playing with this for a little while. So this will probably keep you busy for some time. All right, so as far as, let me go ahead and save this. As far as submitting it, I'm gonna give you a real brief idea of how to do that on the Innate Lab website. You'll just go to the design and print services. And here is where you can upload the stole prints. Most commonly, people are uploading the 36 by 44 print size. And then you have to put in the processing time. So the 10 a.m. is the cutoff time to be able to get things out for that same day. So basically, if you wanted this to go out tomorrow, you would still have to do same day, because the 10 a.m. is our cutoff. And or if you could wait for it to go out, let's see, Monday, then you could choose next business day. Now this is when it goes out. This isn't necessarily the shipping time at all. So the shipping time is, we use USPS priority most times, and it is 2 to 3 day shipping for a flat rate of $10. So even if you order 40 prints, it would still be $10. So we do that to kind of help you out as well. And then our standard time that doesn't charge anything extra is 3 to 4 business days. If you can give us 3 to 4 business days, then the print, then there's no upcharge to the print, and we get it out, and that's our normal processing time. So if you need it rushed, it's there. You don't have to resize, since I already sized it for you. So you would select the option where it says my art is submitted at 36 by 44 artboard, and you would add it to your cart however many prints you needed. So there is, if you do 10 prints, it saves you a little bit, 20, 40, etc. So when you're doing somewhere around 20 and 40 prints, it does absolutely save you some money if you were doing large orders. Okay, so that's it in a nutshell. I'm going to go ahead and make sure I save this so you can get it submitted for me, and I will be forwarding you all of these files. So you'll have the all over shirt, the 13 by 19, and the stole file. Okay. And I believe that's it. Everything's saved for you. And then if you need any changes and you don't feel like you can edit the template, just email me back and let me know what changes that you needed so that we can further proof the customer, okay?
Okay.
All right, so you're good. You're in there. And I'll go ahead and email that right over to you, okay?
Okay.
All right, and I think I have one other thing to do live, so I might be live for a little bit. If you need me to make any changes, just email me back and I'll check on it for you, okay?
Okay. For next day shipping, what I have to pay?
So if you ever need actual next day shipping, that is it's all depending on how many prints you do and where it's going to. You say it's going to Georgia. We would have to do a quote for that. But usually next day shipping for prints ends up being somewhere around, if you actually choose a next day service, is around $80 to $90. But you may, like, let's say for instance you are kind of next day by default, but they don't call it next day. They just say, well, it's ground shipping and it usually takes 1 to 2 days. That's what USPS will tell you. And then if there's any delay, like let's say they don't get it to you within that 1 to 2 days like they promised, they'll tell you that, hey, there's nothing we can do about it because it was just regular priority and it was an express, so we don't offer a money back guarantee. So although we may be within 1 or 2 days, because right now USPS isn't even telling us the 1 day anymore. It's telling us 2 days. Even if we're like an hour away, it's still giving us 2 days. And I think that's because they're backed up with with the orders and what's going on with COVID and stuff again. So it will, even if it says 1 day, imagine that it could possibly take 2 days if you don't want to disappoint your customers. But at least USPS does deliver on Saturdays if it's an address that is open on Saturday. So you may possibly get it Saturday.
Okay. Okay. If I get it Saturday, I'm fine.
Okay, so
That's
what's the zip code? I'm gonna check real quick just to see what the zip code is. Huh.
30401.
01, and then we'll just check. I'm going to USPS. And see, we've already had our orders picked up for today, so it wouldn't get picked up until tomorrow. That's why I don't want to promise you that it will go out today. That's why our cutoff is 10 a.m. For same day. Let me see. Let's do.
If you notice, I did an hour design. You probably, I don't know. I'm sure you saw it. You see
Yeah.
what I'm talking about?
Yeah, right. And that's why we prioritize the design today too. So, but yeah, in order to get it to ship out that day, the order has to be in place before 10 a.m. because we have like a queue of prints that have to print out in the day. So if you get it in before 10 a.m., then we can get you on the printer and out that day if you choose a same day print order. So the print orders are different from the design orders. Um, Let me check here just to see what your shipping transit time would be estimated. And let's say this goes out tomorrow. And this would be, it's 4 prints. 4 prints is approximately 3 pounds. I'm just doing an estimate right now. And then the dimensions would be 38 by 3 by 3. And I can at least go ahead and get you a quote right now. So even with Express, it's saying it's a 2 day to Swainsboro. So this would most likely need to go via UPS. Because it's saying the earliest it can get it there is Monday, even if we do Express. So, like I said, I think what they're doing is they're just adding time, because I think that should have been, if you're in South Georgia, that should technically be a 1 day express. So I think that the USPS, the Postal Service, is kind of adding on days now just to be safe. I'll check. Let me check UPS and see if they.
I shipped something for sample this morning,
Mm-hmm.
and I did next day.
Yeah. But was it UPS or USPS?
The post office, USPS.
I don't know why. Like I said, I think what it's telling me is giving me these deadlines. I think they're just trying to be safe because they're quoting me that it's going to be an express 2 day. Um, yeah, and it's
It'll be here. It's taking up there today.
right. So I'm not sure why it's saying because technically, technically they should be delivering to you even on Saturday. So I would have expected for it to at least say Saturday, but it doesn't even say Saturday. It says if we send it tomorrow, it wouldn't get to you till Monday. Um, But let me check. I have another printer that's one of our business partners, and they are located in near Atlanta. So I'm going to check with her, and that's why we developed this partnership. This is a perfect example why this partnership is important because I also have a partner in Louisiana. So when people are closer to Louisiana, I will send those orders to him because they'll get it sooner. So let me check with my person who's in Georgia and see if when I use their address, if it's going to give you the 1 day, that 1 day option, and we'll go from there. So let me do my little research right now, see if that'll work, and I will let you know before you place the order because I don't want you to place the order if it's not going to get it to you in time. So again,
Hey, I already placed the order.
for the prints, you you
I'm
no,
trying to.
you can't place an order for the prints until you submit the artwork. You did it just now.
I just submitted it. I don't know if you was reading my text message.
Oh no, I was looking at this screen. Let me see then. Let me see.
I sent emails early this morning. It was like I needed some 4 copies of whatever you sent me.
Right, but
Uh,
I didn't see an order process though. Let me check though. Let me double check. Let's see because you can't place an order to the artworks then because when you submit the I see what you did. So you went ahead and placed the order for 4 prints and okay, I see what you did. So what we'll do and then you did same. Yeah, because we can't call it same day because we got things printed right now that are backed up for tomorrow to go out. So, and we already had pickup for today. So let me see what we can work out, and I will do my best to make sure that these can go out. If they can go out today, we'll see. If from the person in Georgia, if their pickup hasn't occurred already, because usually all of our pickups, just to let you know, are usually by 2 p.m. And sometimes they're 1 p.m. in the afternoon. So any orders that we need to go out have to be completed in enough time to get picked up by the post office. So I'll check on that and see if maybe one of us can pull through and do some type of exception for that to make sure that these go out. But is this the file? And I also need to make sure that uh, the file is ready to print. So whatever the customer said, if it's good to go, make sure that that's good to go because whatever you submitted is what would have actually been printed. So if you submitted something that still needed revisions to it, we would not have been able to, to get those out. Oh, I see what you did. And you paid too much for them, baby. You paid for me to resize each of them. So I see what you did. You did pay extra to have them edited and everything. But let me do this. I'm going to make it whatever price it should be because you really overpaid for them because it charged $15 per sheet that you had printed in order to do resizing. And because you already paid me for the artwork, you don't have to pay me again to resize it, okay? So I'm gonna make sure that if that needs to go towards rush shipping or something, we can do that. But I don't want you to, to overpay if it's unnecessary, okay?
okay.
All right, love. So let me check on this. Let me kind of get my gears going, see if it's possible to get this one out today, and if it can get to you by tomorrow. Okay.
Okay. One more thing for you, Linda.
Yeah.
I bought the 36-inch printer,
Did you? Woo! Okay, that we got to give you a round of applause on that one. Good deal. Yes. Okay, so okay, go ahead. I'm
I
sorry, I
watched a
needed a
video
moment.
last night. It's fine. I watched a video last night. I want to know what I need to purchase to actually convert that Epson printer.
Okay, absolutely. And
I
this,
saw.
I'm gonna. Are you still watching YouTube right now? Because I'll
I can
have.
get back on.
Okay, because I'll say I'll have this recorded for you because two other people let me know yesterday that they purchased the printer too. So I'm like, I see y'all are just on it, and this is making me really happy. Plus, it takes the load off of me for all this printing. I'm not gonna tell you how happy it makes me for y'all to save money. Okay, so let's go to the page here. I'm gonna show you exactly what to order. Um, Go to the link that says sublimation inks and blanks. And if you go to the first thing that's on there that says the T7270, it also works for the T5270, and there's also a T3270, which is a 24-inch printer. All of those take the same setup. If you click on that conversion kit, the Ultimate True Colors conversion kit, it has the pro level ink, it has 2 maintenance cards, it has 5 maintenance chips, and it has the 5 cartridges with the refill syringes and funnel. So you really only need one funnel and one syringe. That's how they've been sending them to us now. But I think as long as we're able to, we still send you the extra syringes and the funnels. So you're gonna fill that up with the funnels, pull out the air from the cartridge with your special syringes and tips. And they already have chips on them, so the chips that you would receive with that ultimate kit, you just hang on to them. Because if one of your cartridges claims is empty, you'll just go ahead and replace all the chips and top off all of your ink with the funnel. And you don't have to prime it again once you primed it one time unless it runs out of ink. And then you'll have the maintenance cards, because if the maintenance cards get full, you won't be able to print if it says it's full. So you'll have a backup set of maintenance cards, a backup set of cartridges, and everything that you need to start printing other than the paper. Okay. And then the paper, I gave y'all the link for that in the Innate Creatives group. So I'll make sure that I update the link for the paper too on the YouTube. So the link for the paper, I'll update on the
I
YouTube.
need to get where's the group located?
What's that, love?
I need to get in the group. Where's the group located?
Oh,
On Facebook?
as a matter of fact, is E online with us right now? Let's see. E, can you post the link for the group for the Innate Creatives group? And then I also I try to well, I don't try to. I make my best effort. I gotta stop saying try because my daddy would get me. I make my best effort to update the links also in the description of the video, so y'all will have that list of things that I use. So paper is the only thing that you would need outside of what this kit provides. Okay, so paper and then this, and you will be ready to print as soon as that bad boy comes in.
Okay. Okay. So I see one of each of everything, but two maintenance tanks. I need two of those.
Yeah, two maintenance tanks. You have two spots. If you see to the left of the printer and to the right, there's these little doors, and those are the doors that hold your maintenance tanks. So whenever when you purge and you're cleaning your print head, all that extra ink, that's where they go, and it absorbs that. So sometimes you'll need to change one out sooner than the other, and you have a total of two in your system, but more than likely you'll change one out before you change the other. But you'll have all of that like literally ready to go, and this will keep you printing because these big bottles are 1,000 milliliters. They will fill up the 700 milliliter cartridge once, and then you'll have a little less than half of a cartridge to top off. So once you start tapping into that half a cartridge top off, that's when you want to order whatever color ink you kind of are falling behind on, and stay on top of your ink. Then that way you don't have to worry about being put out if a maintenance card is gone, or you're low on ink. You pretty much have stayed on top of it, and you can have no idle time if you do it this way. Now, if you needed to take something off, because I don't want to assume that everybody just has, the money to get the extra cartridges, you can take off the 2 maintenance cards and you can take off the set of chips. But whenever you need them, you would basically be out of commission until you get them shipped to you. So I just try to help you avoid that by saying it's part of the ultimate kit. But if you needed to take those off, then those would be the things that you don't, that it already comes with the chips on the cartridges, and it already comes with 2 maintenance cards with your printer. So if you had to take something off, those 2 things can go. Everything else you absolutely need in order to get set up.
Okay. Okay. Got you. And you said you got a link for the paper?
Yes, and it is, let me grab it real quick. And you have the 30, well, I've been using 36-inch rolls anyhow, even though I have a 44-inch printer. It just makes it a little neater to ship. So you can go with that one. And where is it? I'm just trying to find where I put that link, and I'll go ahead and put that in the, I'll just email you that link, so then that way you don't have to worry about trying to get it from the chat.
Okay, good, good.
Alright, and that is the tacky paper. And we use tacky paper. You can use tacky paper for other things, but tacky paper is usually just for textiles. So if you ever need to do like glass or anything like that, you don't want to use tacky paper. Preferably you want to use a non-tacky paper, but it can still work too. It just leaves a little residue and you have to wipe it off.
Okay, I don't plan on doing nothing but features.
I know that's right. Keep it simple. That's what my daddy would tell me. KISS. It was a motto in the army. Keep it simple, silly. I'll just put it that way. All right. So let me go ahead and message you that. I got you, love. Okay. So message you that, and then I'll also send you the link here for the ultimate kit. So you'll have both of those, and let me see what I can get worked out for these prints today. Because once you get those out, you're right. You're going to be putting your printer to use before you can even open that box. It's going to be ready. You have orders lined up.
All right.
And then if you need assistance, we are doing virtual assistance. Matter of fact, someone very special, I don't know if they want me to announce it yet, is getting theirs. And we'll be doing a virtual event to set it up if you need that help. It is like basically doing a virtual one-on-one, but if you do it live, then we do like a special percentage off of that, what that service would be. And usually it's $90 per hour for live one-on-one tech help. But if you end up doing it live, then we do it for $60 an hour, and it should not take more than 2 hours to set up your printer. It shouldn't even take 1 hour. It just depends on if you need help actually assembling it. Or if you just need me to like, chime in and help set it up as far as how you would put in the ink, how you would set your settings on your computer, and all of that good stuff. So just let me know if you need that assistance. All right, I have a feeling we're gonna have a few people in the next couple of weeks. We're gonna have quite a few people setting up their printers. All right. Okay, love. Well, let me see if I can handle this other issue for you, and then I'll be in touch with you via email, okay?
All right, thank you so much.
Okay, you're welcome. Thank you. I appreciate the support, and congratulations. I see you moving up, ready to see what you're coming up with.
All right, thank you.
All right, love. You're welcome. Bye-bye. All right, my loves and fellow creatives. Good stuff, y'all. I'm hearing y'all growing, and this is really exciting me. Like it, I promise, it does not bother me at all that y'all are getting these large format printers. It's actually helping me because once I know who has the large format printers, then you are eligible to be a part of the business partner program. So, like today, I'm going to try to make this work out right now with one of our business partners um, in Georgia to see if we can make this work where this person can get prints pretty much next day because they're in the same state. So let me know if you all, if you already have your large format printers and you're using True Colors Ink and you want to be a part of the business partner program where you want to be able to print for folks. Let me know because what we're doing is we're making sure we're consistent with the templates, and this is the only way that we can really print templates too, because you have to be a business partner in order to print for other people, because the way it's set up right now, the templates are only for your end use, your personal end use for your business. But if you want to print for other people, then you need to have a particular license to use Innate Lab templates and the Innate Academy templates in order to print for other people and design for other people. So we are opening that up to business partners, but we want to be very exclusive so that the folks who are promoting us are, they're paid back by us referring clients to them. So definitely contact us on the contact us page of the Innate Lab website in order to get more details on that setup. But let me get to my little problem solving mode that I obviously am not going to be able to do while I'm rambling on YouTube. But I love y'all, appreciate y'all dearly, and until next time, bye.